Hey, it's week 15 and it's a test week again. Quick turnaround to test 4. Test 3 is all graded. You should see your test in your drive. Grades are posted. The key and all my comments about it are posted in the solutions module. This week we are covering polar coordinates, at least starting in on polar coordinates. But then we also have the test 4, which is parametrics and Taylor series. So for this test, for the Taylor series, you should be able to create a polynomial or a series given a function and some center. You should also know the series for sine, cosine, and e to the x. What else? You should be able to do error bounds for approximations with Taylor polynomials. And remember, if it's an alternating series, then you can use the alt series error estimation theorem. But if it's not alternating, you have to use Taylor's theorem. So you should be able to use both those. You should know how to use both those error bounding theorems. And then lastly, we had applications. So either evaluating a definite integral or a limit using series. For parametrics, you should be able to convert back and forth from Cartesian to parametric or parametric to Cartesian. You should be able to just write a parametric for circles, lines, rays, line segments without having to do the Cartesian first. You should know the forms of those so you can go directly to the parametric. You should be able to convert a parametric to a Cartesian so that you can recognize the shape and sketch the graph and label the direction of motion. And then with the calculus on parametrics, you should be able to find a slope and a second derivative, and also be able to do area under the curve and length. So make sure you're good on all that with the parametrics. There's 10 questions from MyMathLab style questions, and then 1 of our discussion questions. So there's actually 11 this time. Again, I took all the homework ones right out of the homework. A couple of times I changed the numbers to make them easier, and some of those error problems would get long in the computation, so I tried to tweak them so they're actually shorter and easier to work by hand. But I think that's it. So make sure you get prepped for the test. And the quizzes that are due from last week, I'll get those graded right away. And then you'll notice that in Canvas, I think everything opens up on the 1st. So not only is week 15 available to you, but pretty soon week 16 and the finals week module will all be open. So in case you need to work ahead a little bit to budget your time with other courses and with finals coming up, you might want to start preparing for final exam as well. So I think that's all I have. As always, let me know if you have any questions.